Hi, Steve here from the Vinyl Record Mission, and today I'm going to show you how to protect your records from these time bombs that may be hidden in your collection.
Your two favorite guys, Ryan and Steve from the Vinyl Record Mission.
These are records that have either inner sleeves or outer sleeves that are made from the material PVC. And recently I have begun the 2025 purge of my records that I do not listen to, that I don't intend on listening to, and maybe that just didn't make the cut, but because we buy in bulk, that I oftentimes get stuck with a lot of records. But I just let them pile up. It's a horrible habit, and it makes for a big mess. But this year is the year, and I am starting to go through a lot of them and qualify them as to which ones I'm going to keep, what I'm going to get rid of. And in doing so, I'm finding records in the collection that have these inner sleeves and these outer sleeves. So you may have these records in your collection. If you do, and you are aware of where they are, I highly suggest you get them and make these adjustments. But I'm going to start with a record that was pressed back in 2010, and this is a 180 gram Friday Music reissue of Heart, and this is their little Queen smash album, and it has, yes, the pink inner sleeve that is made of PVC. So if you have any of these colored inner sleeves in your collection, I highly suggest you remove them immediately. Replace them with HDPE, which is high density polyethylene lined paper sleeves. They'll be lined with the high density polyethylene inner, and on the outer sleeve they will be paper. This clearly got, I don't know if you can see them there. They're kind of like those see those smudges? That's off-gassing right there that you can see. And in some cases it's removable, and in some cases it's not. And it can actually, there's more. See all that on that? That's gas released from the PVC, which is a plastic material made from petroleum. And that residue is not good for your records. It, over time, can adhere to it so much that you can't get it off, and it does affect the play. So that's one record that I found that I have yet to run through the cleaner. It may clean off, it may not, depending on how long it's obviously been in that sleeve since 2010, but I don't know when the off-gassing release began. So I will look into that further. But clearly this next one, all of you or many of you may have picture sleeves or picture discs and colored vinyl in your collection. And a lot of time they come in these PVC protective outer sleeves. This record was kind of an oddball purchase for me. I saw it at a thrift store, and I didn't know what the band was, and it's actually, the band is called Kazoo. Yeah, they're called Kazoo, and they're out of Van Nuys, California. And basically this is a cover album full of kazoo instrumentation, and they cover songs like Heartbreaker from Pat Benatar on the kazoo, all kazoo, Material Girl from Madonna, I'll Be Around, the Spinners, You Give Love a Bad Name, Bon Jovi, and the other side is Michael Jackson's Beat It on kazoo. Can you believe that? Roxanne from The Police on kazoo. In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins, and The Eye of the Tiger, Survivor on kazoo. Can you believe that? Well, I mean, it could have happened to a better record, so I'm kind of glad that it happened to this. But let me see if you can. This one got off-gassed so bad. it's amazing how much residue came off of these. It's hard to see in this light, but yeah, this one, you can hear what happens when it gets embedded into the vinyl. This was released in 2007. So I'm going to give you an audio sample of what the off-gassing sounds like when you can't get it off. So you can hear that hissing in the background, right? That's something that you don't want on your records. Well, unfortunately, in this case, I can't get it off of there. And I bought 2 of these. Can you believe it? There was 2. I thought I would either score big twice or, yeah, lose twice. But nevertheless, they're both off-gassed. They both came in the same PVC outer protective sleeve. So go figure. I'm out those 2 records. Not too big of a loss. But there are other albums that come in these outer sleeves, and I gotta say, I was a fan of this Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett duet album of, female vocal jazz standards. It was actually quite a beautiful record. So I bought this picture sleeve, and it comes in, yep, you guessed it, PVC. And I took a look at this one, and I couldn't see. This is a fairly newer release, and it still looked like it hadn't had any kind of reaction. So in previous videos about off-gassing, some of the more knowledgeable people in the audio community let me know that it does have to do oftentimes with climate, temperature, and humidity, and all these other things that can play a role in whether the off-gassing is released onto the vinyl from the covers. So the longer the records are in those sleeves, the greater the chance that they're going to get off-gassed and then potentially ruined if they never get cleaned or they never get taken out of those sleeves. So a few other records I found in my collection that had off-gassing, and in one of my previous videos, one of the viewers informed me about this. This right here, Back to Black, these releases oftentimes came in a PVC outer jacket was how they sealed their records. And one of the viewers told me that there had been some off-gassing on his. I checked mine, it's okay. And not that I'm a big fan, but that record's out of here too. And it's not even off-gassed. Here's another one that came in one of those off-gassing sleeves from, again, Back to Black, the vinyl reissues. And this one does have some minor off-gassing. And I have since removed it from, well, I put it in here to show you, but I did put it back in there for the video. So, and unfortunately it has the outer sleeve that's damaging, but it has a good inner sleeve. So I don't know if maybe the triple layer of protection, kept it from releasing the off-gas onto the vinyl, but nevertheless, it's not there. So there's some new records that I found in my collection that were potential ticking time bombs, and they can affect the records next to them. I mean, this off-gassing agent can be so powerful depending on, the climate and temperature of where you store your records, how tightly you store your records, if you jam them in together. All those factors can play a role into whether or not they just affect a record in that particular sleeve, or if it continues onto the record in front of it or the record behind it. You just don't want to take that risk. And heaven forbid it happened to a very, very expensive, difficult record to replace. And fortunately, I haven't had that happen just yet, but I'm just starting to go through my collection and purge the said records that I mentioned in the beginning. I hope that you enjoy this little short public service announcement on how to protect your records and what you should keep an eye out for in the way of inner sleeves and outer sleeves. And another thing, these sleeves are not just reserved to LPs. They make them in 45s as well. The PVC plastic outer sleeves come on 45 RPM records as well. So make sure you keep an eye out for those. You may have some of those in your 45 collection. All right. Well, this is Steve from the Vinyl Record Mission. And until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Hit the notification bell for us. That way when we come out with new videos, you'll be the first to be alerted. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.
If you haven't, make sure you hit like and subscribe to the Vinyl Record Mission so that way you don't miss out on any future content. More videos coming your way.